Good evening and welcome. I am Christiana Babayo on Haske TV News. Governor Abu Kefas has reiterated his administration's commitment and dedication to attracting investments and people that would add value to the state. The governor stated this at the Exco Chamber, Tiwai Danjuma House in Jalingo, while receiving a delegation from the Grenada Consulate in Nigeria. Our correspondent, Sani Zakarilo, was there and now reports.
The governor described their visit as among his administration effort to foster meaningful collaboration and attract investment to the state, while extolling the rich untapped opportunity that abound in the state. The governor said since he assumed office as the governor of Taraba State, he has to travel in and out of the country to attract investment and foster collaboration with people and institutions that will add value to the state. According to him, the visit to the Consulate of Grenada is a foundation for a successful partnership with the state.
I really appreciate the visit, and this is a mark of an important step in our effort to foster meaningful collaboration and attract investment that will drive sustainable growth in the state. Taraba State is very rich in very untapped resources and opportunities. I'm very confident that this visit will lay a foundation, because we're just trying to lay a foundation. We'll lay a foundation for a successful partnership in the nearest future.
The leader of the delegation, who represented the ambassador of Grenada to Nigeria, Olayemi Oyebola, and the head of investment of Grenada, Anthony Thomas, all said that their visit was to foster a relationship between Grenada and Taraba State.
Our attempt is we're trying to foster relationship between Taraba State and Grenada, and it's the reason why my friends here came all the way from Grenada. Sir, the Prime Minister himself should be here sometimes in February. When it comes, we assure you that it will certainly make it an honor to visit you, sir.
We are here because we believe that, given that the majority of the population of Grenada are of African descent, that there should be a bridge, relationship, collaboration between the continent of Africa, more specifically Nigeria and Grenada. And so we want to foster those relationships and to encourage investment in both Grenada and Nigeria.
The governor later presented souvenirs to the August visitors. Zakari Sanilo, Haske TV News.
And still in Taraba State, Governor Abu Kefas has received with shock the news of the death of Reverend Father Solomon Dankaru. The governor's message is contained in a press statement signed by his special advisor on media and digital communications, Mr. Emmanuel Bello, and issued to journalists in Jalingo, the Taraba State capital. The governor described the occurrence as a very sad one, saying that the late priest's demise has left a vacuum in the state and indeed the nation. Governor Abu Kefas reiterated his administration's commitment and dedication to attracting investment that will add value to the state. Paying immediate tribute to the deceased, the governor described Dankaru as a man of honor and a very humble one to the core. Dr. Abu Kefas further stated that Dankaru's life and times will remain inspirational for many who have been called to serve in the highest office of the priesthood. He therefore prayed for the repose of his soul, and even as he said that the loss is irreparable. The federal government has approved the disbursement of 12.911 billion naira to the National Health Insurance Authority, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the National Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System. The amount was approved at the 8th meeting of the Ministerial Oversight Committee of the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund in Abuja on Friday. The committee stated that the fund was disbursed for the fourth quarter of 2024 based on the current BHCPF guideline, which ensures the effective implementation, transparency, and accountability of the funds. Speaking with journalists, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Pate, noted that the federal government is making progress in improving the governance of the health sector and the population's health outcomes. Pate added that the 2.4 million vulnerable Nigerians have been enrolled in the vulnerable group funds in 1 year. And we will now go on a short break. When we come back, Haske TV News will continue. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now the news will continue. The Minister of State for Water Resources and Sanitation, Bello Goronyo, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to strengthening water users' association in public irrigation schemes as a critical step towards achieving food security and economic growth. This was disclosed in a press statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations at the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Fumi, on Saturday. The statement noted that the minister said this at the South-South Regional Workshop on the establishment and strengthening of WUAs in public irrigation schemes in Nigeria in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The minister emphasized the importance of participatory water management in sustaining the nation's irrigation infrastructure. And in another news, Borno State University has announced the appointment of Professor Babagana Guti as its new Vice Chancellor. Professor Guti succeeds Professor Haruna Lakwa, who held the position in an acting capacity following the expiration of tenure in office of Professor Umar Kiari Sandabe, the university's first substantive Vice Chancellor. The new Vice Chancellor Guti is a professor of engineering at the University of Maiduguri. Professor Guti's tenure is expected to focus on initiatives that would enhance educational development in the institution. And that's all we have on Haske TV News. Stay tuned to our other programs. I am Christiana Babayo.